What's up, world? What's up, world? This is yours truly, Loopy G, and we gotta put the global on it because we're going global with this thing. I know I've been off, but I'm back at it. So right now, what I will be doing is talking to the loss mitigation department about a property that is in foreclosure status. So I am on my headset, and I will take it off the headset in a few, and actually put it to where you all can hear the conversation. So this was not like on some pre-foreclosure list. This is basically reaching out to properties on auction that are on auction.com. So I'll be talking to the loss mitigation department and asking some strategic questions to make sure that all of the options for the potential client has been reviewed. So when a property owner is going through foreclosure or pre-foreclosure, and the property is in that status, typically majority of the time, you may have property owners that may not even accept any of the calls, and then sometimes you will have property owners that accept the phone calls and ask a few questions. But most property owners do not know the proper questions to ask about their about their options. So I've been doing real estate since 2000 January 2019, and from my understanding, just dealing with multiple pre-foreclosures and calling the loss mitigation department, because when the property is in pre-foreclosures or going in foreclosure status and has came up with a sale date, you don't want to talk to the regular people at the mortgage company. You want to get on the phone with the loss mitigation department, because that's where you will be able to get all of the details, because that file has now pushed on to their department, and it is intensified.
Litigation Department, and she'll be able to assist you further with your questions. Have a great day. It is calling your thing.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, I do apologize for the hold. My name is Miranda, and I'm going to be helping you out today. With this particular account, since it is active in foreclosure and has a sale date, we do have to transfer you to a foreclosure escalation queue. She had to get you over to me first because I'm the only one that can transfer you. So if you give me just a moment, I'll get you somebody on the line that can help, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, so we're back on hold now. So I didn't want the music to be playing while I'm explaining to you all about talking to the loss mitigation department. So I had the opportunity to deal extensively with the loss mitigation department quite a few times. Now, when you're trying to explore your options with mortgage companies and you are a property owner, majority of the time they do not tell you all of your options. There are certain fund programs that will actually help homeowners. There's other there's like different steps that property owners can take to either postpone a foreclosure, prevent the foreclosure altogether by stopping the foreclosure, or there are opportunities where there are certain programs that a property owner can go through that will allow them to stay on, that will allow them to continue to keep their property. But that's only if they can afford it. And majority of the time, if a property owner has fell behind, multiple months of payments, your options are getting more and more limited. They're getting more and more limited. So it's important that when you're reaching out to pre-foreclosures or people that are in foreclosure status, to try to get in contact with them as soon as possible, especially if there's a sale date that has been posted. With this particular property is not in Texas. Yes, I'm in Texas, but like I've done virtual wholesaling and I've bought and sold properties virtually. So right now I am in
This is Natalie, a senior representative in Loss Mitigation Foreclosure Department. The previous representative stated that you were calling in regards to the 2210 West 37th Avenue. How can I help?
Talking on the line, you want to ask some questions.
Okay, as long as you give me permission to speak, that's fine by me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Perfect. How are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. What was your name again, so I can make sure I give you the proper respect?
Yeah, my name's Natalie. And what was yours?
Natalie. Jonathan.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan. Okay, perfect.
Okay. So we just had a few questions. Do you have the profile up already?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I had wanted to know, what is the outstanding balance of this property?
So the past due balance wouldn't be the same thing as a reinstatement. I just do want to make sure that you're aware of that. We do have to put in like a foreclosure reinstatement task to know the exact balance, but the past due amount is $14,280.54.
Okay, so what I meant was the outstanding principal, like the entire payment.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry about that.
no worries.
That's $59,765.73.
You said
And of course, that wouldn't be the
59,000.
same as
Right. You said 59,759.
65,
65.
73. Yep.
6573. Okay, and what is the total behind payments?
21 past due payments,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the 14,280.54.
14,284.
280.54.
280.54. And my apologies, I'm writing this down, so just bear with me.
Oh, okay.
I'm making sure we
Anything you need me to repeat, I'll be more than happy.
Oh, thanks, Natalie. So the next question would be, what is the monthly payment?
That is, uh, it's showing $869.42.
$869.42.
Yep, 869.42.
Okay, is that principal? Is that principal, interest, taxes, and insurance all together?
Correct.
Okay, PITI. Okay. And what is the interest rate on that loan?
3.875.
3.875.
Yep.
Okay. So about how? Do you know the exact amount of payments that are behind?
Yeah, give me one moment. 21 payments past due.
21 payments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, now the big question: what is the reinstatement fee?
So I did put in the task for a reinstatement and a payoff for the foreclosure. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I've seen attorney fees be anywhere between, a couple $100s to a few thousand,
Mm-hmm.
or up to. I think the most I've ever seen was 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say worst case scenario, probably roughly around 24,000, and that's worst case scenario.
Okay.
But I did put in the task so we can know for sure. It does take about 7 to 10 days for those, unfortunately.
Okay, so the rough amount as of right now, could you give me that kind of like estimated amount?
I would roughly just say 24,000. I know, like I said, the worst case scenario for the attorney fees can be up to 10,000. I don't think I've personally ever seen any more than that. Um, I would say a rough guesstimate would be around 24,000.
Okay, and that's what you just adding that 10,000 of fees, attorney fees and stuff.
Correct. Yeah.
So it would be somewhere in between the 14, basically the 14.3 to 24 is what you're saying.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right. So my next question would be, do you have the attorney's information? I want to get that before I start asking you any more questions.
Yeah. It's McCarthy and Holtis.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Yes, sir. It's M as in Mary.
Mm-hmm.
CCARTHY and HOLTHUS
Mm-hmm.
LLP, and their phone number
Mm-hmm.
is 619-685-4800.
Okay. So now, my next questions would be: we know that there's a auction date for this property coming up next month, so we're looking to explore all of our options to see how we can prevent that from happening or postpone it for the time being, seeing that Mr. Anthony is going through some health issues. So we're trying to see if we can explore all of our options. Want to kind of get some clarity on what is all available at this moment.
Okay, let's see.
Well,
I know
first,
sometimes there might be options.
before you get to that, Natalie, my apologies. Have he went
Sure.
through
No, you're okay.
have Anthony been through any forbearance periods?
Let me see. Yeah, it looks like there was some forbearance back in 2023.
Right. How
Um,
many forbearance periods did he go through?
I see one from February through June of 2023.
You say February to June of 23.
And, and that's the only one that I see as far back as the reporting goes.
Okay. Okay. With him being in slipping into like foreclosure status, right? Is he eligible for any more forbearance periods?
No, the forbearances are only good for up to 12 months past due, so you
Mm,
wouldn't be eligible for any forbearances. But there's a chance he could be eligible for like a loan modification.
okay. So possible loan modification.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
and I can open up a review.
was in a loan.
That's okay. I have those things set all throughout the day.
Yeah. So
But I can
oh,
go
my
ahead. Sorry.
apologies. My apologies, Natalie. Go ahead.
You're okay. Yeah, so typically when it's in foreclosure, it won't give me any options over the phone,
Mm-hmm.
but I can manually open up a review and have them, look into those options. It does take 30 days, but while they're reviewing the account, they will put a hold on that foreclosure and do what we can on our end to get those postponed to give enough time for the review and to finalize any programs they might be eligible for.
Okay. So it wouldn't be wise to do that now if we needed like some grace time, right? we should wait a little while, right?
I mean, not necessarily. The sooner the better, because if they come back and ask for, some income documentation or something along those lines, it'll give you enough time to actually submit those,
Mm-hmm.
um, before that sale. So I would always say the sooner the better.
Okay, I think I probably most likely would need to have that discussion with Anthony about his finances before we submit that in. Does that sound about right? That way we can kind of make sure that we was on the same page as far as making sure all of his options are taken into consideration.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely up to you guys, of course.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll hold up on that. So you said loan modification is 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 possible depending on his situation. What else as far as options that we may have available?
Um, there are options of like payment deferrals, but
Mm-hmm.
typically, um, those are only like 6 to 7 payments past due, or like a partial claim, which is usually 11 or less payments past due. So I don't believe he would be eligible for those. But of course, they'll be reviewing them for any and all options to see what might be best.
Is that something that you will be able to look into now to let us know if the deferred payment would be an option, even though he's 21 months
There,
behind?
I would have to open up that review,
Uh,
honestly.
oh, for
It's
the
not
loan
giving me any
modification.
options over the phone at this time.
Oh, so
Yep,
that so
it's
so
going to review them for all the options.
Oh, okay. So let me just jot that down. So the payment deferred or the deferred payments. So, okay. And all of this will be based on you opening up the can of worms.
hmm
Okay. What other options that may be available?
It's very rare, but I have seen them give people repayment plans where they take what they owe and split it up between, however many months the investor allows.
You say repayment.
Correct, yep.
So repayment plan. Yeah.
Yep, I've
Can
seen
you
them,
can you
I've
break can
seen
you
called,
break that down to me a little bit so I can kind of understand what the repayment plan?
yeah, of course. Um, so they would take the 21 payments that they're past due,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I've seen investors do up to maybe 2 years. So they would split it up or divide it by like 24, for example, and then whatever that number is, they would add it on to their monthly payment for like the next 2 years until it's current.
Mm. So that means the person would have to be able to pay a lot extra on their bills, basically.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's almost the same as a loan modification because typically with a loan modification the payments do go up. So I'm correct.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on which modification, because if it's a flex modification, the interest rate would stay the same. Um, but the maturity date would be extended, so the payment has a chance to go down. But of course, if the interest rate goes up, then the payment would go up as well.
Okay. So you say as far as the flex loan mod, the interest rate will stay the same.
hmm
Like I said, I'm jotting down this information, so just bear with me, please. Thank you, Natalie.
Yeah. No, you're good. I understand.
So there's the flex loan mod, and what's the other loan modification called?
It's just a regular loan modification. It doesn't really have a special name for that one.
And the regular loan modification, the interest rate will change.
Correct.
Okay. So Natalie, are there any other programs for like Are there any homeowner assistance programs or anything like that that could actually help assist with bringing the property current?
Yeah, that would be the loan modifications and the partial claims or payment deferrals. Um, since this is FHA, it's probably not going to be a payment deferral. It's going to be a partial claim, which is basically the same thing. They just take what you owe, set it aside into an interest-free subordinate mortgage that you wouldn't have to pay until the maturity date of your existing loan or earlier upon the sale, transfer, refinance, or pay off of the loan.
Okay, so there's like no outside sources like like when post COVID came, they had the Arkansas Assistance Fund program. They don't have anything like that that's available.
Now I wouldn't really know about that. You would want to kind of look into that, those options on your own.
Hmm.
As far as I was aware, I believe most of them had ran out of funds, but I've also been seeing people still getting those kind of assistances lately. So it's definitely something to look into.
Okay, but as of so typically the mortgage company will be able to give us some sort of company or something that we can reach out to. You don't have any that you know of that you can tell us about, that way we can look into it.
I know if there's like the homeowner assistance funds for every state.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've also had people like going to local churches. I've had some people's churches help bring the accounts current. It just really depends on what's in your area, aside from the Arkansas Homeowner Assistance Fund people.
Okay. So my next question would be, would this property be eligible for a short sale?
Um, I mean, I'm personally not too sure. You would have to do an actual mortgage assistance application.
What is
As long
called?
as it's
Can you
in
repeat that again? What is it called that he would have to complete?
a mortgage assistance application.
Is that the same thing for the loan modification?
It is kind of, just with the mortgage assistance application, it would have to be in the paper form
Oh, so it's not something that can be
for
done
the short
online?
sale. Correct, yeah, not for the short sale.
And what is called mortgage? Repeat that again.
Mortgage assistance application.
Mortgage assistance application. And how would he be able to get that paperwork?
I can either send it out or we could even, if you wanted to look it up on Google, it would be, you would just type in mortgage assistance application for U.S. Bank and it'll pop up as a 4-page PDF form that you can fill out right on Google. You would just have to print it and sign it though.
Oh, so it's not yeah, you all don't have one like on a portal on the website or anything?
Yeah, the one on Google takes you to the U.S. Bank site. It just is so much easier to find it off of Google rather than the site, if I'm being honest.
So Google it for the US Bank website.
Yep. I don't know why, but it just seems so much easier that way. Me personally, I can never find it on the site.
Oh, okay. How would you expect for us to find it then?
That's what I'm saying. Google's my best friend, low key, so I
Okay.
Google everything.
Yes. Okay. So just Google it and make sure that we put the one for the US Bank.
Yeah, it'll say mortgage assistance application, and it'll be 4 pages. We have one that's 4 pages and one that's 5 pages, and the 4-page one also has blue on it. So as long as you're looking at a black, white, and blue application, you got the right one.
So, get the one that has the black, white, and blue on it. Is what you said?
Yes, sir.
The black, white, and blue, is that writing or is it?
So it'll have like the main words, of course, will be black and white, and then like the header of each section will have like a blue highlight or like a blue bar that goes across the page. Or if I'm explaining that correctly.
Mm-hmm. So it has the blue headers and black writing, black body.
Yep. Correct.
Blue headers and black writing, and you don't know if it is the 4-page or the white page one. Just look for the printout. I mean the colors of the fonts.
It'll be the 4-page one.
The 4-page one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If Anthony decides to do a short sale, that would put a halt to the foreclosure process as well. Correct.
Correct. Yeah. Anytime they submit like an application or something along those lines, we'll put a hold on that foreclosure.
Okay. Okay. Um. So, quick question. If I needed to reach back out to you all personally, and after Anthony and I have a discussion, how would I be able to send an authorization to release information form that way I can call and reach out to you all directly?
Yeah, you could type something up, or I can send something out. Either way works. Basically, the main things that it would have to have is signatures from you both, their last 4 of their social security number, a 4-digit PIN for you, which could be the last 4 of your social, or any made up PIN number, as long as it's not like a 1111 or a 1234 kind of thing. And then it has to have contact information for you, and of course your name, and that they give you authorization.
Okay, so it has to be an authorization form that you all send out, or could it be one that I already have?
It could be one that you already have, as long as it has that specific information. It'll be good.
Okay. And is there a specific email that it can be sent to?
Yeah, you can send it to our MAP email. It's MAP, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, P as in Paul, at usbank.com.
At usbank.com. And no periods between U and S, right?
Right.
So map at usbank.com.
Yep.
Okay. And I just wanted to confirm the loss mitigation department number. Would you call that out for me, please?
Of course, it's 855
Mm-hmm.
698
Mm-hmm.
7627. But let me give you the one to the foreclosure department. That way they shouldn't have to transfer you over here. That number is 332-219-0225.
Okay. So the foreclosure department is who we really need to be talking to, and that number is 332-219-0225.
Correct, yeah. Otherwise, any representatives would honestly just transfer you right over here like they did today.
Oh, okay. So, So the loss mitigation department and the foreclosure department is totally different.
Not really. I'm in both of the queues. I'm a senior representative in the loss mitigation department and the foreclosure department. And everybody in the foreclosure department was actually pulled from loss mitigation to specifically help people a little better with the foreclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, we're the same, but we're different at the same time.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, One last thing before we let you off, Anthony, are you still here with us?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Miss Natalie so far?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, Natalie, it seems like I have all the information that I need. Is there any other information that you want to volunteer that I may need that I didn't ask since I thought I was so smart?
I honestly think that you covered everything. Honestly, there was a very good, thorough, basically review of the account. I don't believe there's anything that you missed, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Okay. Well, I do appreciate you for your time and answering all of my questions. Because typically, man, calling some of these companies, you get all kind of attitude. So I really do appreciate your patience.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, I don't play those games.
Yeah.
Y'all are going through enough stress as it is. There's no need for a representative who's trying to help, who's supposed to help, to be kind of, rude. I hear that all the time, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, yeah, and I appreciate it, and I just wanted to make sure that I did. So I do have the attorney number. So if I need a more accurate number, I'll give them a call right now just to make sure I have the correct number with the reinstatement fee and things like that. Okay, okay, I have everything, Natalie, and I want to tell you thank you so much for your patience.
Hey, it's my pleasure, Jonathan. And of course, I do still have to ask if you have any other questions, name updates, or accounts I can help.
Oh, I don't. Thank you, Anthony. What about you?
No.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Oh, I do have a question, Natalie. So you said that you all have a authorization to release information form. Is it interactive to where that it can bounce from one person to the next and get everything filled out, or what?
It would have to be wet signatures. They're very, very picky about their wet signatures. So as long as you can print it, sign it, scan it, send it to somebody so they can print it, uh, sign it, scan it, kind of thing.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm not used to that. Usually, we yeah, because we're in two different places. Hmm. So they don't do electronic signatures at all.
No, it's kind of confusing because they say that people can sign up for electronic signatures, but then they always want a wet signature. It's really weird, especially with the authorizations and the mortgage assistance applications. They always request that it's a wet signature.
Hmm. That's a new one. I'm glad I asked. Okay. Okay. We'll figure it out. If not, we have no problem with getting on a conference call. I think that this worked out nice. But I do want to thank you again. And that was it. That's all I had.
Uh, Okay, and I mean, if it might be easier, you could try to get power of attorney, and
Mhm.
then then only you would have to sign, if that makes sense. If,
Mhm.
you know,
Yo, Anthony and
that could
I.
possibly be easy.
Yeah, he and I discuss all that. Yeah, I'm definitely familiar with that. So yeah, we'll discuss all that. My next question, Anthony, do you have access to go into your portal online?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need any of that. Okay, great. Okay, thank you very much, Natalie. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. I hope you do as well. I hope both of you guys do.
Okay, you too.
Okay. Have a
Thanks.
great day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Anthony, if you want, you can hang up that call. Do you need to hang up and I just call you back?
I guess you could do that, man, because it ain't giving me the option to hang up or release the call.
Okay, I'll just hang up and call you right back.
Uh,
Okay. All right, everybody. So I'm gonna get back on this call so I can speak with Anthony about his options. Hopefully you all was able to get some value out of that call. If not, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know what to tell you. The lady even said it herself. I pretty much dotted the I's and crossed the T's. But I have to get back on this call, so I just wanted to get on here and kind of show you the proper questions that you should ask when you're on the phone, talking to the loss mitigation department, and in this case, the foreclosure department. Usually, you talking to the loss mitigation department. U.S. Bank has something similar but different at the same time. So I was talking to someone in the foreclosure department. So there you go, man. Hopefully you all was able to take notes, and I appreciate whoever chimed in. And yeah, I'll post this so that way you all can be able to review this live call. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in. But I'm checking out. Peace.